Okay, this is the collage blend. So the first thing I did was I brought in 3 photos. So I have this one, and this one, and this one. These two are black and white. I chose them because they all have that sky in the background. They're really not the best photos for this assignment because if you notice I have her kind of on the left side of the frame and I also have her there, and then this is a little bit to the left, but I'm going to see if I can make it work. What I like about it is the background. So I'm going to give this a shot. First thing I'm going to do is make sure this is black and white. So I'm going to go up to image, adjust it down to black and white. And it's a little dark. I might just see if I can make that a little bit lighter. I might have to do it with a curves layer. So I'm gonna go down and add a curves layer real quick, and maybe just get rid of some of those dark shadows. I'm lifting up, pulling the shadows up a little bit. I'm gonna come over here and still have a good amount of contrast, and I'm gonna say okay. So I want these layers to be together. So I'm going to merge them. I'm going to hold down the Shift key and right click and say merge layers. I just want one layer. I'm going to unlock this layer as well. And I'm just going to name this layer my main layer. So this will be my main photo. And I think I'm going to put her more in the center. So I'm going to go up to edit, free transform, and holding down my shift click key, I'm going to drag it up and try to get her more in the center. It's getting bigger, but I think it's okay. And I think I'm going to go right about there. She's kind of in the center. Yeah, she is. Yeah. Okay, so good. I'm going to go to my next photo. I think I'll save, well, this one's really on the left, so I'm going to try to put this one on the right. All right, so I'm going to duplicate it and bring it in by duplicating it. I'm going to go to destination and click on that, and I'm going to go to this 2670 image, which is the one up here. This is my main one. I'm going to click on that. So I duplicate it into that other workspace, right? If I click back on 2670, here it is over here. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to hit either Alt and the letter T on your PC. Well, I think it would be Control Alt and T on the PC. It's Command T on a Mac, or I can just go to edit and say free transform. And I'm gonna make this one bigger too. So I'm just gonna hold down my Shift key and drag this up, and I'm just gonna make it so I can have her on this right side. Something like that. And I'm gonna hit OK. So I want to see what it looks like. I want to put this layer underneath of my main. So I just left click and drag it under there. If I turn this one off, I can see that one's there. So now I'm just gonna, with my main ones selected, I'm gonna add a layer mask. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add a layer mask. And then I'm going to grab a brush and I'm just going to erase that layer to reveal what's underneath. And what's underneath is the one I just put in there, right? So let's go down to our old TV looking icon and click on that. And this is white, so I'm gonna need black over here, right? Black's gonna erase. If you don't have it, you can just click on this icon right here. It's the default setting. It'll make it white and black, and then go up to these bent arrows, click on that, and put black in the foreground. And now I'm going to grab a brush. So I'm going to grab the brush tool. I'm going to go up to the top, click on this, and I'm going to I want a soft round brush, right? I just want a regular one. Here's a soft one. It's a little bit smaller. Soft round pressure opacity. I'm just gonna go with this soft round one here. I'm gonna turn this hardness. You might have it all the way up to 100 from your last project. I'm not sure, but I want this hardness at 0. The size I can change over here. I'm gonna start with it pretty big, actually. Yeah, like that. Okay, and I'm just gonna come over here on that right side. I'm just gonna start erasing and see what I see over here. I'm gonna come into her hair a little bit and come down, and I'm gonna make it much smaller by right-clicking, making this brush much smaller. I'm going to come up and grab some of these hairs that she has at the top. Now I can make it big again. I can decide what I actually want to do where these blend together. I can do this and make this right picture, the one I just brought in, the more dominant one, or I can make my main picture more dominant. And when I say that, I mean as far as the overlap. So if I switch this, I'm going to flip these from black to white, and I can hit just my letter X on my keyboard to do the same thing. But I'm just going to flip them. And you see if I make my brush a little bit bigger, I'm going to come back to my main one and go over it, and now I'm putting the main one back on. So I can mess around with these a little bit. I'm going to flip it back. I don't like that. I'm going to go back to what I had, sort of. And I'm just kind of doing something like this. But it's really a choice, and it depends on the kind of pictures you have. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to add my other picture. I'm going to go up, where is it? It's this one, yeah. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to right click on it. Oh, I don't know why I have this. I don't need this layer, whatever I did. I think when I was changing this one to black and white, I did that. I'm just going to right click on it, say duplicate, and do the same thing. I want to make sure the destination comes in to that 2670, my main. And I click on that and I say okay. I go back to my main, and there it is. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go edit, free transform, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. I'm holding down my shift key and dragging up, and I'm just going to put this, I'm going to put her very much on the left like that. So her hair is just really on that left side of the frame. And I'm going to hit OK. Alright, so I want to see what she looks like underneath this one. So I need to go here, go underneath, and I can't see this one anymore. I'm gonna take that under there to where I see that. I actually dragged that one I just brought in all the way to the bottom. Okay. Now I'm gonna grab my brush again. I'm gonna go back to this layer though, my main layer, and I'm gonna make sure I click on that layer mask. That layer mask needs to have those white frames around it. And then I'm going to grab a brush. And I'm gonna do the same thing over here. I'm gonna look for her underneath those clouds by using my brush and painting. And I'm gonna come up. And if I need to see, for any reason, I need to see, I can turn these off and see where she's at, right? Where it kind of is. So it's right up there. Bring her into this one. So far so good. Make my brush much smaller again. And I'm just gonna go around here. Make sure I get all that. Alright. Kind of erasing a little bit of that hair that was over there, and I kind of liked it. And I'm gonna put that back. So it takes a little bit of you just playing around, going back and forth with these to decide what you want to have in there. And it's okay if I go over it too much, because you can always flip these back and work between the two of them. Okay. So I think I'm going to come about right there. And I'm going to flip this back one more time. Make my brush a little bit bigger so I can just do something like this. Yeah. Like that. I'm going to look at that one more time so I can see where the clouds stop or hair stop. I'm going to flip this one more time. Put that sky back right there. And yeah, you can keep going. You can also turn off your layer mask to see, just like I was flipping off this eye. I can do the same thing. I just hold down my shift key and click on the mask, and it'll take away that. I hold my shift key down again and click on that, and it brings them back. Okay, and that's the Collage blend. And I'm going to save my file as both a Photoshop and a JPEG. All right. Thank you.